Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. It's been about a year, I think, since I've made a video. It's been a while, but today I thought I would make a Metallica song bracket video. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So we got a selection of Metallica songs here. It's not all of them, but it's a decent selection. I thought it would be fun to go through them and see which one ends up on top for me. I will say that I'm definitely biased towards Metallica's 80s music. I'm not really a fan of the stuff they put out in the 90s, mostly. Not even the Black Album, to be honest. So this will be pretty biased, but let's just get into it with the first matchup, which is Enter Sandman versus Unforgiven 3. So honestly, I don't really care for Enter Sandman. I like Unforgiven 3. I do like Death Magnetic as a whole, so I'm going Unforgiven 3 here. Hot take there. Atlas Rise versus the Call of Cthulhu. Gotta go Call of Cthulhu. Not really a fan of Hardwired as an album. Fade to Black versus, I guess that's Saint Anger, the song. Yeah, gotta go Fade to Black here. I like Saint Anger more than most people, but it's not a great album. We got Creeping Death here versus Wherever I May Roam. Like I said, not a big Black Album fan, so I definitely gotta go Creeping Death here. Creeping Death's great. Okay, Master of Puppets versus, I guess, And Justice for All. I guess these are the songs. Both great songs, but if I had to pick, I would go Master of Puppets. This song is just more iconic, I think. Battery versus Now That We're Dead. I don't care for either of these songs, to be honest. Not a big Battery fan. If I had to pick, I guess I would pick Battery over Now That We're Dead. Whiskey in the Jar versus The Unforgiven 2. I'm gonna be honest, I have not heard Whiskey in the Jar. But I really like The Unforgiven 2, so I'm just gonna go with The Unforgiven 2 here. Sad But True versus The Day That Never Comes. Gotta go with The Day That Never Comes here. Sad But True is alright. This one's better. Now we got Unforgiven 3 versus Call of Cthulhu. I think as we go on, these matchups will be getting harder. But both good songs, but I gotta go Call of Cthulhu here. That one's kind of a classic. Fade to Black versus Creeping Death. Fade to Black. Yeah, I gotta go Creeping Death here. Both great songs from Ride the Lightning, but I love Creeping Death. And we got Master of Puppets versus Battery. Master of Puppets by a long shot. Like I said, I don't really care for Battery. Unforgiven 2 versus The Day That Never Comes. Ooh, that's a little hard. I really like both of these songs. Death Magnetic famously doesn't have good production, so Unforgiven 2 definitely is better produced. Man. It could go either way here, man. I think I'm gonna go The Day That Never Comes though. Really like that one. I think it might be slightly better written. We got Call of Cthulhu versus Creeping Death. Gotta go Creeping Death here. Creeping Death's an amazing song. Master of Puppets versus The Day That Never Comes. Gotta go Master of Puppets here. It's a classic. Creeping Death versus Master of Puppets. Yeah, I gotta go Master of Puppets again. I mean, I know it's sort of the cliche pick, but it's a classic. It's an iconic song. One of the greatest metal songs of all time. I honestly believe that. Now we're on the other side of the bracket now. We got Nothing Else Matters versus All Nightmare Long. I actually gotta go All Nightmare Long here, man. I think All Nightmare Long might be a hot take, but I think it's one of their best songs, period. I think it's really well written, actually. I love that song. We got Seek and Destroy versus Orion. Gotta go Orion here. I really like Orion, especially like the first half, the beginning. That's a great riff. We got Blackened versus For Whom the Bell Tolls. Gotta go Blackened here, man. Blackened is so good. I think it's easily their best opener. So much energy and just And Justice for All is also my favorite album from them. But up next we got Moth into Flame versus The Memory Remains. Don't really care for either of these, but if I had to pick, I would go The Memory Remains. I just don't really like Hardwired as an album. I really don't. Now we got The Unforgiven versus The Four Horsemen. I like both of these songs. The Unforgiven is like the single song I like from the Black Album. But, I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick The Four Horsemen. Yeah, for sure. And then Fuel versus Ride the Lightning. I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's Ride the Lightning. Ride the Lightning is a classic. Oh, I don't know what this is supposed to... Oh, one. Okay, this is One versus Welcome Home Sanitarium. Both great songs, but I gotta pick one here. It's more iconic. Yeah. Hardwired versus Turn the Page. Gotta pick Turn the Page here. I actually like Turn the Page. Not a fan of Hardwired, the song. Now we got All Nightmare Long versus Orion. Ooh, that's kind of tough. I like both of these, but I mean, Orion is definitely the more iconic song. But here's a hot take, but I think All Nightmare Long is actually a little bit better written. Orion is better produced, but honestly, I find myself going back to All Nightmare Long more. So I'm gonna pick All Nightmare Long here, man. Hey, it's a hot take, but gotta be honest. Blackened versus The Memory Remains. I mean, this is a joke. Blackened all day, Blackened. The Four Horsemen versus Ride the Lightning. Gotta go Ride the Lightning here. I think it's better written and more iconic. We got One versus Turn the Page. I like both of these songs, but One is the better song, in my opinion. Turn the Page is a cover. It's not even a Metallica version. All Nightmare Long versus Blackened. Ooh. I really like both of these, but I gotta go Blackened here. Blackened is a fantastic opener to what I think is the best Metallica album. Ride the Lightning versus One. Ooh. That's a little hard. Both great, iconic songs. But, I mean, if I had to pick, I would probably say... I'm going to go Ride the Lightning, actually. I'm going to go Ride the Lightning. I almost went One. One, I think, is just a bit overplayed at this point, and I've just heard it so much. It's lost a little bit of its appeal. I'm going to go Ride the Lightning. And now we got Ride the Lightning versus Blackened. Ooh, both great songs, but I gotta go Blackened. I love Blackened. That's a 10 out of 10 song. And then now we got the finale. Master of Puppets versus Blackened. Yep, I thought it would come down to this, but that's tough, man. Master of Puppets is the more iconic song, and it's probably, it has to be one of their most popular songs, and it's fantastic. But Blackened is such a good opener, man. I feel like Blackened has more energy, and purely from a writing perspective, I actually think Blackened might be a bit better by a hair. But then Master of Puppets is more iconic, and I think it's maybe a little bit more epic. That's really tough, man. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go Master of Puppets. I know it's a cliche pick, but just off of iconicness alone, I'm gonna go Master of Puppets. But that's super tough, man. Blackened is such a close second. So there you go, guys. That's my Metallica bracket. There were some tough picks in there, but Master of Puppets did come out on top, which might be sort of the normie pick, not a very original pick, but it's a great song, man. You can't deny it. It's iconic. So yeah, that was fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll be back with another video soon. And I hope you guys have a great day. See you later.